do it again.
Alright guys, so the Unpacked event happened here in Bangalore in India and it was epic. I was there and with the whole event covered in green, I experienced the S23, the S23 Plus and the S23 Ultra. Now in this video, I'll focus on the S23 Ultra, which although happens to have a very similar design to the S22 Ultra last year, it still has many under the hood changes which are easy to miss. Let me take you through them real quick. Firstly, it's a very similar body as the S22 Ultra, but with very subtle improvement. It's a bit more boxy and rectangular, for sure, but in a very good way. Like it's got an even better balance between the flat surface and the thicker edges while still keeping some of that curve for a comfortable grip. And second, the camera module is a tad bit different as we were expecting. So you get bigger modules and a much bolder design. And I do think that the rings can even protect your lenses slightly from gathering micro scratches, which actually is super. Third, it's confirmed that the S23 Ultra is now protected using Gorilla Glass Victus 2. So it can now survive falls on rough and more difficult surfaces like concrete and asphalt. That actually is very significant. Other than that, design-wise, it's all the same, but these subtle improvements, it really makes the S23 Ultra all the more better. Now the screen brightness, by the way, is 1750 nits across all devices this time. So you get vision booster and impeccable screen viewing experience, whether you get the Ultra, the Plus, or the base variant. But what was really interesting is on the performance segment. So this time, Samsung worked with Snapdragon to come up with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. Essentially, it's slightly overclocked for faster performance, but again, how it impacts battery life and thermals, that's something that we'll have to wait for and test out, and I'll report all of that in the full review, so you might want to subscribe. Now, obviously, one of the main highlights of the event was the 200 megapixel camera sensor in the S23 Ultra. So now you'll get a 200 megapixel mode that will allow you to capture more details. Now, of course, as I spend more time with the device, I'll test the 200 megapixel mode more comprehensively and report all of that in the review. And the second highlight is that they've improved the low light performance. So, with improvements in AI noise reduction, twice as good optical limit stabilization, pixel binning techniques and adaptive VDIS, all of this comes together to majorly upgrade the low light photography and videography on the S23 Ultra. Now look, all of this, it sounds super exciting, but I'd definitely be testing out all of this to see if it's really going to live up to, the output that Samsung has promised at this event. Now guys, those were the big things or the big reveals. The S23 Ultra otherwise is a lot like the S22 Ultra. You get the S Pen, which still offers the best note-taking experience, writing and sketching experience in the Android world. You still get the most colorful, vibrant and brightest AMOLED display any Android smartphone has to offer, refreshing 120 times per second. And even though the S23 Ultra comes with One UI 5.1, it's still a lot like the One UI 5 that's running on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. And hey, we'll talk all about the battery life, heating, gaming performance, ray tracing capabilities in the full review. It does require me to spend a little bit more time with the phone. I just got it last night. But yeah, you totally should subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification icon, because when that video comes out, you're going to want to watch it. Now, I just want to very quickly summarize the variants and the US pricing. Pricing in India might take a little time, but until then, this is a pretty good benchmark that you could refer to. Now, you can pause the video here if you just want to see which variant you might want to get for yourself. Do note the availability will vary by region. Now, a quick touch up on the battery. Obviously, I'm going to require some time to really run my tests, use it like a daily user and use it like a heavy, intense user and report all of that back to you. But here's the thing, with a new chip that's, for Galaxy, I really hope Samsung has been able to optimize it better for battery efficiency. And in any case, the S23 and the S23 Plus have gotten battery capacity bumps by 200 milliampere hour. So they'll anyway give you better battery life as compared to their respective S22 models. Okay, now let me conclude this video in the safest way possible, okay? If it's been more than 2 years for you since you last bought your phone, And if you're looking to upgrade, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is going to feel like a major upgrade in pretty much all aspects: design, performance, camera. And on top of all of this, Samsung does guarantee 4 years of OS upgrades. So if you buy this phone now, you're sure to get all the way up to Android 17 on the S23 Ultra or any phone in the S23 series. So that's great, especially if you plan on using this phone for a very long time. But yeah, as I've been saying throughout the whole video, that I will be posting a full review in a couple of days. And I'll be thoroughly testing, the camera, the battery, the performance, heating, if any. So you might want to subscribe and definitely hit that bell notification icon and mark all so that you get to know when I put that video out. And you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is @MobiScrub. And I'm going to be posting very spontaneous updates over the next few days as I use the phone more and more. So make sure you go there and follow me. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope this was really helpful. And if you've watched all the way till here, do support my channel. All you've got to do is subscribe. Really helps the channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next one.